Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Rage. Thank you for finding my YouTube channel and thank you for being here. Welcome. So today we're gonna talk about my channel is going in a new direction. It was formerly Rage Against ACM and now it is Rage Against ... because I am the brand. I'm more than just Rage Against ACM, and Rage Against ACM is a situation where I have this condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. And since that's such a tight niche, I decided to expand the range of the channel so that I can do more because I have so much going on here, and I want to bring other aspects of me into the area here and share it with you guys. This is about my experience, about who I am and what I do and stuff like that. And so it's now Rage Against ... And today in this video, I'm going to show you the things that I have going on and have an unboxing of something I just purchased. But a little backstory on me and the name Rage. Years ago, I used to be I'm still in bands, but I used to be in bands. And this particular band was Fatal Vision. And this is what I look like. So that's me right there, this guy. And back then, as far as the intensity meter goes, I landed in the red. I was, and still am, although in my years of aging, I have mellowed a little bit, but still. They called me Raging Gnome back then because I was quite an intense fella, and so now I just dropped the gnome for brevity to be Rage, and so that's my channel, Rage Against ... And today I'm gonna show you what I got going on. I'm building a studio. I'm buying equipment. I've got equipment that's hanging around, equipment that I love, and I just want to show you guys some of that stuff. And then I'm gonna unbox my brand new Mac Studio. Yeah. So stick with me, and I hope you stick around to the end, and let's get to it. All right, let there be light. So here's the studio room, and we just did a pan shot. My trusty cameraman did a pan shot of the room, and I'm building this room out, and you can see the plastic hanging down there in the back. We got some painting going on. I'm going to be doing some waterproofing, but all of these guitars here are guitars that I've had for quite a few years. To start with the oldest one, this Gibson acoustic right there, based on the serial number on the back. Don't know if you can see that or not, but this is a 67, 68 Gibson acoustic. I've been playing this guitar since I was 11 years old. Same thing with this Fender Precision, vintage Fender Precision. This is about a 74 P bass, and years ago Wilkinson came out with this thing to convert it to a 5-string, which I did, and it's pretty cool. But love this bass. Got this from my old pop, who died in December, just this past December. R.I.P. Pop. Love you, but I've had that. I've been playing on that thing since I was 11 years old. So and then we have this vintage Kramer Flying V. Got that from a music store for about 150 bucks back in the early 90s. Got this. This is probably the newest bass that I have. This is a Ibanez Ergodyne bass, which is cool. I love the look of it. Love the contoured back. It's really awesome. But this one I have strung as a piccolo bass. So courtesy of Stanley Clark, who supposedly invented the piccolo bass tuning, and it sounds great. You can play chords on it and stuff like that. Great bass. This here, again, another vintage and carbon. The carbon name is really gone out of business, but that's a killer carbon bass, and it is, it's got the two inputs, kind of like like, well, Billy Sheehan does that kind of stuff. I think that Rickenbacker might have had that. I also had an Ibanez, not Ibanez, a Music Man at one time that had that. This is an old Aria classical style guitar. I love this guitar, been playing on it for many years. I actually dropped it and it broke the headstock, and I just had to glue it to make it work. And this bass here, traded an old Westone bass for it, but this is an Ibanez, and I love Ibanez, probably my favorite brand guitar, but I've never had a bass that had a better sound than this. It's got active, passive pickups, but I had this bass made fretless. I think it was back in the 80s at Atlanta Guitars or something like that. But this bass is a monster. It's an Ibanez musician, and supposedly was owned by the bass player in Kansas. But I got that from it was Howie at I believe it was Dirt Sheet Music back in the 80s, like 86 is when I got this bass. Supposedly it's a 78 model or something like that bass. I don't really know. And then there's my Vox Valtronics. Love that amp. It's a hybrid. It's got a power tube in the power section, not the preamp. So it's got that tube ballsiness to it. It's a great amp. Love it. And then here is my latest addition, my Ibanez guitar, humbucker, single coil humbucker, and the Edge, I believe it's the Edge 2 tremolo. Great guitars, got really strong, as far as passive pickups go, they're strong, and I have it tuned to drop C, and it's a monster, especially running through that box. There's my bass rig, only half of it is a carbon 410 cabinet, the Eden Traveler head, and of course the Korg A3 is a great effects processor. And upstairs I have the other half of my stack, which is a carbon 118 cabinet. And then you get over here to the console. This right here is the centerpiece of my studio. This is the PreSonus Studio Live Series 3 32SC, and this is going to be the heartbeat of it. We got some Roland DR5s, and then today we're going to be unboxing my studio. So, and then a couple other things that I want to get to that I've had. I've got these PreSonus Iris HD10 BT headphones. I haven't even unboxed them. I've had them for a year since I bought the board, but I always wanted to do a video on this and haven't yet. So hopefully I'll get to that, and let me know if you guys want to see something like that or not. And then of course this goes with the board there, the mixer, which is also a digital audio workstation and an interface, and I use PreSonus Studio One. So this is an EarMix 16M, which is really good for personal monitoring when you're playing. And hopefully, once I get all of this set up, I want to be doing live streams and stuff like that of my current project, which is called Not So the Wicked. And you may have noticed that I'm off the hip. I'm unscripted. I'm not going to be scripted doing this stuff. It's just what I want to talk about in my experiences. And so we're going to move on now to the unboxing of the Mac Studio. All right, here we go with the moment probably nobody's been waiting for. But if you stuck with me all the way to the end, thank you so much, because, you know, I'm basically, as far as YouTube goes, I'm nobody. In my own mind, I'm the greatest sumbitch there ever was. So, you know, I appreciate you being here. But so before we get to the unboxing in just a moment, I'm going to show you what I'm getting away from. Now, I bought this brand new computer when I bought the board a year ago, and I've been spending so much time, you know, learning how to get a room acoustically right for recording and stuff like that. And so plus the learning curve on using the Studio Live is so steep. I haven't really gotten that much done, and so I have this, but then I stumbled onto this guy named Glenn Fricker. And Glenn Fricker has a channel, which actually he's getting ready to get away from because of some health issues with his wife, and so I respect that, but he's still going to be making content. But he has a channel called Spectra Digital Media, and so I found a video with him where he was talking about Macs versus PC, and the video is 11 reasons Mac is better than PC. And I don't want to get into splitting hairs about Mac and PC. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just saw his video and really liked the fact that he said Mac, it just works. So instead of getting into my studio with a PC and then having problems and stuff like that, which one thing I do know about PC is you've got to have all these drivers for the board and whatever you hook up to it, but not so with the Mac. So I thought, you know what? Before I even get really started, I will just start out with the Mac. But this computer, the gaming computer by CyberPower, good computer. You know, I've used it, but I did some preliminary stuff, you know, with the board and stuff like that. But it's a good computer. It's 32 gig DDR5 RAM, 2 terabytes, and you know, the really good motherboard. Of course, it's got the cool looking lights and stuff like that. But again, I got it. I mean, I was set to use it. Put my PreSonus sticker on there, and of course, Sweetwater can't not give a plug to Sweetwater, because that's where I bought the PreSonus, the Studio Live from, an ear mix, and so this is the old. I'm going to be giving this to my cameraman, and this is and by the way, my cameraman has a channel called Caleb Cracked, and so if you want to check that out, you can go to Caleb Cracked on YouTube and find him and see his content. But so this is going out to him. This, and anybody that knows Apple, knows Mac, knows that they are the masters of, if you bought an iPhone and unboxed it, they're pretty good at packaging. So they got this outer packaging, and you know, look at that. It comes like that. It's like, I mean, they must have an origami team that does this kind of stuff, because they know what they're doing. But there's the box, Mac Studio. Now I spec'd this one out, and this is probably way more than I'll ever need. But when you're doing a studio, you want to make sure you future-proof it. So you know, of course I couldn't spec it out like that because it would cost me $6,000. But this one, I got the standard 36 gigabytes unified memory, and I just bumped up the hard drive to a terabyte. So grand total out the door shipped to me was, with tax and everything, was $23.30. And also, what you know, and I got this is for you, Macintosh. It's like, you buy something, and you'll notice when I open this up, there's nothing but a Mac and a power cord. It's like, remember when you used to buy an iPhone, and the iPhone, you got the headphones, and you got the power cord, and the little plug, the charge plugger thing? Ain't none of that stuff now. No keyboard, no mouse, which brings me to this. I had to buy a keyboard and a mouse, which I bought this off of Amazon, and you know, it had a high rating for, it was like 4.7 stars. But if you guys want information on this, once I get up and running, I can do, you know, how this thing performs or whatever. But everything I read on it said it's just as good as the Apple Magic keyboard, and everybody liked the mouse better than the Mac mouse. The Mac mouse apparently is just a piece of garbage. Has a problem with the clicking part of it, but you know, anything you see here, you can put it in the comments if you want me to elaborate on it further. So without further ado, we'll pull a little tab here and open the box. So throw that over there. Maybe I should set it like this. All right. Yep, there you go. There's the origami. Look at this stuff. You know, what is that? So then it's another piece of origami. Don't really know what that is, but we'll get to that at the end. I want to get to the meat here. And look at this thing. Now they got something else around it, but so there's the machine, and then look, that's what else you get. Gee, thanks, Apple. However, from what I understand, this is a beast, and for the money that I paid for it, it is it's supposed to be the shit. All right. All right, there we go. So I'm exercising my degree in rocket science there to undo that, and look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful? And then here you go on the back. USB-A, HDMI, headphone, which another thing with Apple, why don't you put a freaking headphone jack on your iPhones anymore? That's just stupid. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 Thunderbolt 5 ports. There's your 10 gig Ethernet port, the power cord, turn on and off power switch, and you know the Mac Mini is supposed to be underneath it, which everybody's complaining about. And then on the front, USB-C and an SD card slot. So, and the cool thing about this is, like, you see this thing, look how much space that takes up. This, I can put it, you know, right here. I mean, it's just not, it's not going to take up that much space. So, so I'm really excited to get going with this thing, and as I get it up and running and get going with it, I'll post some more stuff and let you know what I think about it. But I really, oh, this is a cool cord. This thing has it's braided. So, but you know, I paid a bunch for it, so that's a pretty neat looking cord. Anyway, as I get up and running, I'll be posting some more stuff to let you know how it's working out for me. And again, thank you to Glenn Fricker of Spectre Digital for helping me make that decision. And also something that I forgot, a side note, is that my drummer Scott, this is his kit. But as I was building the studio, I wanted to build a drum riser, and I built this drum riser out of 2x4s, and these things right here are called Tough Blocks. And it worked out pretty good. Now this is a 2-part drum riser, so I can separate it and move it around. So this is a 4x8 section and a 4x8 section. So it's an 8x8 drum riser. But if you guys want to know how I built that or see how I built that, let me know in the comments, and I can do a video on the drum riser, how I built the drum riser, if you want to build one for yourself. Altogether, probably cost me maybe $150 or something like that to build that drum riser. So, and you know, just another shout out to mention, you may have seen this in some of the shots. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan, dear friend of mine, former bandmate Bradley Jenkins gave me this just before he passed away, and this will be a part of the studio from now on. And so thank you guys for being here with me. And if you like this video, let me know in the comments, and keep me posted of what you like in the video, what you didn't like in the video. And thanks for tuning in. Rage out.